All right, there we are. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Train Sim World 2 live stream. We are on the Great Western Expressway in the Diesel Legends pack. We are going to do a service from Reading to London Paddington. Express, non-stop should be, if I remember correctly. So we are going to get in here, get everything set up. We'll be on our way. Apologize for the slight delay. I was kind of perusing the good old roadmap update. It's posted in the when you log in, you can get the find out what's going on with the latest and greatest in Train Sim World 2 news. Let's see, let's get our lights on. We load up the passengers. We want the market lights. We want. Where's our. Lights. Here we'll get TWS on. Why not? We have. That's looks like we've got lights on. All right. Not that we're going into any tunnels or anything. Okay, we are. Good morning, Mick. How are you? Yeah, I was just kind of getting an idea of what's going on in the near future for our game here. All right, we are ready to depart. And away we go. Let's put a cab light on just for some extra light here. Blind down just a little bit so we're not staring into the sun and ruining our eyes. Good morning, Josh. I feel like there's a gimbal or something. I don't know. Yeah. Looks like a lot of things are happening here between now and the end of the month. We're getting our first rush hour line there with Northeast Corridor, and lots of improvements coming to the game. So yeah, looks like it's going to be things are kind of moving quite along there. All right, let's get outdoors here and enjoy the. We got the nice blue and white passenger coaches. It's like a mail car, newspaper sort of thing here. classic diesel electric power this morning. Non-stop service to London Paddington. So yeah, so what is I'm guessing everybody, well, a few people that come in, I'm guessing everybody's, you know, pretty much on board with what's getting ready to happen and all that in Train Sim World 2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it all looks like when things start to, you know, the core updates and everything. I think they're going to be a big deal. So yeah, really looking forward to that. See how that all works out, especially for the next gen console players. Kind of slow this morning for me. I was up kind of late last night playing, you know, that other game, or that game, Isabella likes to call it. Yeah, we did another raid, and it's been getting tons of loot. Yeah, just having some fun there. And yeah, I was pretty wiped out by the time I got off. About 10:30, quarter 11 last night. Finally got settled down and went to sleep. Next thing I know, it's time to wake up, talk to my buddy in Vegas for a little bit. Oh, the rush hour update and everything, Nick, with the core updates and all the changes that they're bringing to the game. They're supposed to improve it, especially for the next gen consoles. They're supposed to be fixing the memory issues and all that kind of stuff. The release of the rush hour, and they're making what I feel are some really significant improvements to the Preserve collection, where they're going to be adding in, from what I gather, and you have to read it for yourself, don't take my word for it, but it sounds like on the Preserve collection they're going to go back and add animation to the crossings and stuff. Good morning, Mr. Adams. So they're making a lot of changes, which begs the question: are we going to wait another year? Or is there going to be another year before we see either Train Sim World 3 or Train Sim World 2022 or 2020? You know, like, are they kind of taking their time and working with the new Unreal Engine to create the next iteration of Train Sim World for the consoles? So I'm wondering if that's the case, and so that they're making the improvements overall to this game, and maybe it's part of it's going to be lessons learned by doing that now, so that when they're ready for the next creation of Train Sim World, then the lessons have been learned, and they know how to use the newer version of the Unreal Engine even better. So, with the amount of effort they're putting into improving this game, I can't see that this month or next month or anytime soon are we going to get any kind of update or change or whatever that says, okay, the next game is coming out. Like, I think they're pretty busy overall with what they're working on for Rush Hour. And the preservation crew, you know, that they're working on improving those routes. You know, like Peninsula Corridor is going to get a kind of an overhaul. So is Oakville Subdivision. So, yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be very good. Like Josh said, yeah, it's going to be a nice treat. That being said, I'm excited for it, but maybe a bit. I'm cautiously optimistic because I have a feeling that there's going to be some changes. Some things are going to happen when they introduce all this stuff that is going to cause some kind of a, there's going to be some bugs introduced that they're going to have to iron out as time goes on as well. And they're not going to really maybe know what those are until we get that stuff, until we get the rush hour releases and the core updates and everything. So I'm excited, but cautiously so, because I think, and that's no knock against Dovetail Games. It's just that, when a lot of this stuff comes out, generally things, bugs are introduced that, they may have not been able to foresee. But hopefully it's fairly minimal, and it's stuff that they can get on right away and fix once the community starts to let them know what's wrong, and they can, go from there. So, yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll pick up the rush hour stuff on the 1st of September. We got plenty of stuff still to do, and then I figure by the time I buy it, I'll have seen enough to kind of get an idea of what's happening myself, and then I kind of know what to prepare for also when we start streaming. Introduce the Boston to Providence route to the stream list. So, yeah. And hopefully you all have heard that our esteemed streamer, Joe, has been picked to be a Dovetail Games ambassador. Hats off to him for that. That's a pretty awesome thing, I think. So, yeah. Good for him. The news came out last night. Yesterday afternoon, I guess. So, good for him on that. I think they've got a good person with him. He's young. He can reach that younger audience. And maybe bring some new customers to the game. And then later on today, in is there going to be that's what I'm wondering, Mick. I forgot to DM you those. Thanks, Josh. That's what I'm wondering too, Mick. Like, they're putting a lot of effort into improving Train Sim World 2. So I'm wondering if they're going to focus on this, and especially now that they're getting an updated Unreal Engine, it gives them time to, figure out what works and what doesn't, and how to work through if there's stuff that doesn't work, how do they work through those problems and get it all fixed. So I think that seems to me what they're going for. I could be wrong. I'm kind of, being it's suspect, right? Well, I suspect that's what they're doing. I don't really know, because I didn't watch the live stream about the roadmap yesterday. Maybe they did explain things in greater detail. I tend to avoid those the day of because of all the silliness in the chat. People spamming the silly questions and whatnot. And I try to turn, I've tried to turn off the chat, but, I don't want to do that also because there might be an interesting question that gets asked, or an observation or whatever, that if it's something that I've seen too, that, I can support an observation about the game that, but generally, yeah, I avoid it. I may watch it later today or sometime later this week, maybe by Friday or something. Now, speaking of Friday, real quick before I forget, there won't be a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream on Friday. We'll do a train simulator. Well, if we do a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream, it'll be later in the day on Friday. Got an appointment at 10 on Friday, so I gotta be able to get downtown in time for that, and then when I get back, I'll try to fire up Flight Simulator. We'll go for a quick flight or something. But otherwise, as it stands, only Train Sim World 2 on Friday. But we'll see if we can't get a Flight Sim in also later on Friday, or maybe we'll just do a double on Saturday. Maybe we'll do that. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they're focusing on. What I notice is some companies do that at some point where they decide to they get a product out there, and overall, I think Train Sim World 2 has been well received, and the routes on average have been well received. So I think they want to improve this game, and then they can start thinking about what are they going to do for the next game. Okay, yeah, we'll do a double flight on Saturday then. We'll fly from one location, we'll land, and then we'll stop, and then we'll taxi back out to the runway, take off, and go. We'll plot our next course of action from there. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. We just won't do a Train Sim. Well, we'll do Train Sim World 2 in the morning still, and then at 9 o'clock on Saturday we'll do a flight. So yeah, we can do it that way. Once we land at our first destination, we'll do a bathroom break, get your coffee, get your whatever you got to do, and then we'll take off. So yeah, we'll do that on Saturday then. Yeah, because usually by the time I get home from my appointment downtown, I'm just kind of like really tired and worn out. So yeah, I don't think it would be a very good quality stream. I'd feel rushed to get home, and it wouldn't go very well. So we're just going on at a pretty good clip. We're excuse me, more than halfway to our destination here in London Paddington. And yeah. But I'll get the seasons pass on the 1st of September, because I think by then the German route will be out, I suspect. So we'll get 2 routes on that day with the seasons pass, and then we'll just wait on Brighton Main Line to be released. I think they put so much info into this game. Why would they start from the ground up again? Yeah, that's what I think too, Nick. Yeah, it makes sense for them to get some experience with this next version of the Unreal Engine that they're going to be using for the core update. That gives them the ability to figure out how to solve any issues that we bring up in the game, as far as, you know, what's working, what's not working, you know, how do they fix the bugs and everything. So it's a good learning experience for them. And, you know, I think the key is also it helps us. We can help them kind of figure all that stuff out too. Here's a class 101. So it's on us to give them as much feedback, constructive feedback, not negative, just, you know, silly stuff that people say in forums a lot of the times, and talking about, well, maybe so and so needs to die, or, you know, all that kind of silly stuff. So yeah, you know, hopefully the better part of the community who is willing to give constructive feedback to them through the forums or whatever, to say, hey, you know, this isn't working, or, you know, submit the trouble tickets, let them know so that they can start looking into it. And if you happen to record, like what I do, I've sent them links, and said, hey, this is what's wrong, and if you give them some more information or something that they can see, and they can look at it and say, oh wow, like when Richard had that issue where on Long Island Railroad, where he suddenly crashed and there was no reds or anything like that. Plus, he had the line of passengers on the tracks. There's, but giving them that information, they could look into it and go like, wow, yeah, something's not right there. So the more information that you give them, the better, obviously. But do so in a way that helps them understand what the problem is, not just, don't be insulting while you do it either. So, yeah, I'm hoping that's how we proceed forward with Train Sim World 2 and Dovetail Games. They're pretty receptive to constructive feedback, I think. I've not read or heard or seen anything that suggests otherwise. So, but yeah, so we got our flight today at 9 o'clock. Hopefully that'll be a smooth flight. We'll take off there from San Rafael. We'll head up towards Clear Lake. We have to head inland a little bit, and then we'll kind of zigzag. We'll try to make our way back towards the coast on tomorrow's flight. And yeah, we'll just keep working our way. Maybe trying to think. On Sunday, okay. On Sunday, what we're going to do is we're going to try to take a tour of the Bay Area, and we're going to take off. Not Hayward Executive, but Oakland Executive Airport. We're going to take off, and we're going to just kind of loop. We're going to go up and come around the bay, and come down, and then come back into Oakland Executive. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just kind of do a nice flight tour of San Francisco, the Bay Area. We'll point out some stuff along the way, because I was thinking there when we went over the Legion of Honor the other day, I totally forgot about. Right there, not far from there, is the old Saturo Bathworks building that burned down a long time ago. So the part of that is still standing. Like, you can see where the building once was and everything. That was a very popular place there in the Bay Area. And then the Cliff House, which is a very nice restaurant right there on the coast. So yeah, we're gonna try to just kind of we're gonna tour the Bay Area on Sunday, and we're gonna try to see some landmarks. We'll cruise over the Alcatraz. We'll go over the Oakland, San Francisco Bay Bridge. We'll see the part that goes from Oakland to Treasure Island. We'll talk about Treasure Island itself, its history for San Francisco, and what it's all about. Yeah, so we're gonna do all that on Sunday. So yeah, we'll just do it'll be like a tour flight on Sunday. Surprised, it's kind of quiet in the chat this morning. It's like everybody dipped out all of a sudden. I don't know. Did I say something that offended somebody or something? Gee whiz. Must have pissed off all the right people or something. Alright, we're about 5 miles out from our stop here in London Paddington. Yeah, I think you'll like that one, Mick. We'll just do a nice tour on Sunday. We're gonna go around the Bay Area. We'll talk about some landmarks and some, even though they're not like landmarks in the game, which kind of surprises me sometimes, because I think they had to kind of pick things that are easily recognizable for the most part. Like, of course, the Golden Gate Bridge is a very big landmark there in the Bay Area. But, you know, there would be so many landmark things in San Francisco, or in the Bay Area in general, that it would be insane to try to find them all or fly over them all. I think it's because, yeah, maybe so, Mick. Yeah, it's warm here, although it's a bit of a cloudy morning, you know, like that hazy morning cloud stuff, and yeah, but it's going to be hot today. It's going to get up 90 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe even closer to 100 by the end of the day. But yeah, that's all good. Yeah, it's normally we have a few more people come in, but that's okay. But yeah, so we'll be on in about an hour and a half on 2 hours. Hour and a half. It's about 2 hours for our flight there today. Just have a nice sunrise there in California, of course. Launch pads at NASA this big. Oh, nice, Mick. Nice. Yeah, I think I haven't posted on. I did go. This was about 2014, so 7 years ago. Yeah, I went to the Kennedy Space Center, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Had a great time, my daughter and I, and yeah, had lunch with an astronaut. If you ever get to go, Mick, do the thing where if they have it, do the lunch with an astronaut. It is so awesome. And, you know, they'll talk about how they became an astronaut and everything. And, you know, you can ask questions. And yeah, and then you could get a picture with the astronaut afterwards if you want. So, yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, really, really enjoyable time. Really awesome atmosphere. And I tell you what, the best part though for me was I think it's the shuttle Atlantis is on display there at the Space Center. So you have like a visitor center / gift shop and all that, but you do the tour and you go up there and they have this room where they play all the Atlantis shuttle launches and everything. And at the very end, the screen lifts up, and you can see through it, and there's the shuttle Atlantis right on the other side. And I tell you, it's a very emotional experience, and you can sense I'm getting emotional even talking about it because it's just that awesome. And then the screen lifts up because you see through it, and then that lifts up, and then you can walk in and walk around the shuttle. And it's the amazing thing is it doesn't look as big as you would expect it. Like you see it on TV and you go like you think it would be bigger, and it's not. You're just like, wait a minute, how is this thing not like super huge? You know. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to go there, Nick, it's an amazing thing. We did you go on a bus and you go out to the launch pads. They take you out where you can see they have all the patches from all the flights from the days of NASA, and then they talk about SpaceX and what they're doing and everything. But you go out there, you can see that, and then they show you. They drive by one of the basically the walker thing that they put the shuttle on it, and they take it out to the launch pad and all that. You could go right by one of those, and yeah, it's a fantastic experience. But that shuttle experience made it all. Oh man, that was like the best part of seeing it, of being there. Oh, nice, Mick. Yeah, but the lunch with the astronaut was really cool. You know, they talk about their, you know, how they got there, you know, their education, what did they do to become an astronaut. Yeah. Really fantastic. And I'm really happy that Elon Musk and SpaceX are using that facility again, and you know, doing something worthwhile with that there. And yeah, it's really exciting to see the launches and the I still am amazed when they do the recovery of the launch rocket and how it lands on that, you know, absolutely amazing stuff. Alright, we're a little bit late coming to London Paddington, but we got off the throttle a little early and just kind of coasted in. That's okay. Oop, don't stop here, don't stop here. No. Ugh. Feel like I got a goofy co-pilot here trying to stop the train early. Well, at least we know the brakes work. Alright, let's get the doors open. Yeah. I really liked, I'd like to go back down there again just for that Shuttle Atlantis experience. And I would definitely take more pictures. I'd probably videotape the whole thing too. Or not videotape it, but record the whole thing. But, yeah. We won't get our full complement of action points here at the end, but that's okay. I guess we didn't have the lights on after all. What are the headlights on? Tail lights. We want headlights. I feel like I know there's got to be a switch for it. Oh well. Let's see if we can just find it real quick before we depart the stream. I feel like it's one of these switches here, but I don't know. Interesting. Okay, well, let's lock the doors. We'll, Yeah. Yeah. A bronze? What? Wow. A bronze. Wowee. That's a slap in the face right there. I don't think I did anything wrong. Wow. Oh my goodness. Anyway, on that note, bronze. Oh my lord. Woo. Oh boy. Anyway, that's going to be it for right now. I will see you all in about a couple hours. We will be flying from, yeah, exactly. Like, I know I was a little bit late, but to get a bronze, wow. That's not a pleasant experience, I tell you. I don't know what's happening, but anyway, yeah, so Microsoft Flight Simulator, 9 o'clock. I will see you all there.